Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Good evening. Let's get to it. It is Mentorship Monday. After a major release, Enigma bot pack is on the menu here tonight. So if you've not gotten it already, make sure head on over to the download page and let's grab that download. And make sure before you do anything, uninstall the old. You should already know how to do that. I'm not going to walk through that here tonight. Uninstall, step one. Step two, run the installer. And when you run the installer, if the only thing that I have updated is the Enigma bot pack. So let me show you what that means. So I'm going to launch that bot pack. Is this it here? Yes. We've got a new V2. So you're gonna go next through, and then right here on this section, you'll just need to select the third option right here, the Pro Enigma Pack Edition. Boom, that one right there. That one has been updated to fix one, well, a couple of bugs. With directional stuff. All right, let's launch it here. Mike is good, thank you very much. All right, we're gonna be getting some feedback from you guys. I'm going to join the live Vinny Emini Jams live room in Discord. So if you guys want to chat back to me, you'll be able to hit me up there for chats. I see some folks already in there. What's up, Obey? What's up, Pojo? All right, I am live in that room as well. Let me make sure. Sometimes the mic gets jacked when I go to Discord. Looks okay so far. All right, so we'll be able to get some feedback from you guys as we do this. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my playback connection, and let's talk about one of the bugs we had. First was direction. So with the direction, if you arm long, arm short, let's go through the various items here real quick. Zoomed in right here. Okay, so when you are using the system, let me change this over to maybe an orange dot. There we go. Down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so arm long, arm short. Yeah, everything was fine if you had them both, but the problem came if you just had one or the other. It was fine on entry one, but as if another Enigma showed up, so it's a scenario like this. If you had one green Enigma, so the position was long and it's moving up, then as the position and the price, you know, moved up, but all of a sudden if you got a red Enigma, but you still had longs only, this red would show up. So sure, it should just skip that one, right? The idea is I want to just skip that red. But instead what it was doing was, it was like, okay, you said longs only. If I get an entry point, boom, I'm going long. So it will add to position. So it would be +1 of not just contract count, but +1 of the ATM that you fired off, which leads us to this section right here. What your ATM that you have selected. If you have, this is the name of the ATM that's currently selected on that chart. And that's controlled by the normal chart trader like you would normally have. Just select whatever ATM and it's just going to fire off whatever ATM you have selected at the time. When you bump this quantity is how many times this ATM gets fired. This is equivalent of clicks. We could call this click count, or quantity of clicks, or number of clicks, or number of entries. Okay, quantity. So we may change this, but for now it's quantity. But entries, okay, think of entries. So if this is set to 2, then boom, boom, it's going to press the button 2 times. If bigger, for instance, has 2 contracts and it's set to 1, well, that'll be 2 contracts, no problem. On quantity 2, though, this is going to do 2 times 2, which is going to give you 4 contracts. If this was 3, it would be 6, etc. And the way that it would go, it's not going to fire the ATM with 6 contracts. It is literally going to click 1, 2, 3 times this button. Okay, that's how it works. It rolls through a loop. It goes ta-da-da, just like I teach you guys. If you're going to be trading and you want to avoid block ordering, so that the what do we call them, the institutional bots are not going to be targeting your liquidity, if you get a position size that's outside the ordinary because you aren't playing like they are. And they're not block ordering anymore, folks. They're using algorithms to enter into their positions, so you want to look just like them. You don't want them to hunt you down. Make sense? All right. Let's see. Any kind of questions around that? Drop them in the chat. I am going to change this to a little bit of a higher speed mouse. There we go. And yeah, we're going to kind of try this out here real quick. So I'm going to, just for the fun of it, we're going to arm just short, and I'm going to set continuous. We didn't talk about those two buttons, but by now they should be kind of self-explanatory. Enter next is what you guys should be using. Let me just go ahead and let's iterate it right now. I see a lot of people coming in here, and I am going to tell you guys are reinforcing for me why I stopped supporting full auto a long time ago. Okay, I'm gonna talk about it real quick. Okay, just allow me a moment to express to you guys some of my own personal frustrations with people in general. Okay, this is a highly complex system. It is complicated. It needs to be addressed and approached with respect, in my opinion. Okay, again, everything I'm teaching you guys is my opinion via mentorship. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You're here to hear my opinions and how I run things. As we put out code pieces, like you gotta be a little smart. I'm not saying you have to be a genius level or anything, okay? But I mean, I even heard somebody today, like this is their complaint. They're like, I'm running this thing at 100x speed, but it seems like all of a sudden I get outsized like really big winners. I don't know it's got to be wrong. Really big winners, and it shouldn't do that. Well, this is you being stupid, okay? And you know who you are. You're a Muppet. You're a moron. Because while you say that I ran it, you ran it so fast, stupid, that you weren't even paying attention to, you're just going running the thing and then coming back and looking at a report, okay? And then because you don't understand it, because you didn't take the time to do it in manual, again, you're out here. This is why I hate putting these tools in your hands. I will tell you, you guys are the reason I don't like putting the tools in your hand, because you say stupid shit. Yeah, oh, it's not supposed to do that. Yeah, absolutely it is. In fact, let's see if we can find a section out here that it might happen. How about this one right here? If you have, how many Enigmas are right here? Reds in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So if this got short, and let's just say that this one didn't show up, okay? But all of a sudden, your auto thing went so fast through 50x, it entered bam, 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 bam. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. But your brain can't fathom the fact that this thing could get in 4, times in the same direction. And while that is technically a single position, right? Because they're all open at the same time because they didn't hit their target, which might be down here. So he's like, well, these should be about $200 or $300 each, but man, I got these ones that are like $1,200, so it must be the speed. Must be the speed. No, stupid. It must be you. You're a fucking moron. All right. Yes, I'm talking to you. I'm talking. This is pure talk right here. Pure talk from your mentor to you. Stop making assumptions. Stop saying that shit in my room. Stop going into these auto rooms and acting like you know jack shit. This is not a, oh, let's figure it out room. This is not a, oh, it's a community. Let's all figure it out together bullshit. No, listen to me. I fucking tell you how it works, and that's how it goes. That's how it works around here. Now, if you don't like it, there's the door. Don't care. I already got a 1-star review today. Thank you, whoever you little crying soul is. Oh, I got a Trustpilot. I'm gonna go out there and tell everybody that, oh, Vinny doesn't like getting questions on his stuff. Bro, I don't care about you ask questions about it, but when you go out there and speak false facts, you come to me and lie to me about what you've done on your computer. I ask you if you got Windows updates done. You're like, yeah, I got them all done. I log into your computer on TeamViewer. First thing I check is, oh, look at that. There's a gigantic cumulative update sitting right there. Hadn't been done. I am talking to the Muppets in here. Yes, there are still Muppets left over in here. You guys come from ICT. You don't know me. You can't figure it out, and you don't like Vinny Emini. You think I care? I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me or not. You want to be broke? That's on you. All right. Now, are we woke yet? And the real kind of woke? You woke up? You wake up? Great, fantastic. We are anti-woke, and we don't like to be broke. Now, if you don't like to be broke, like me, then let's put your thinking hats on for a minute, and maybe I might know a little bit something more than you. I might. Now, I don't plan to be that. I don't plan to stay that way. In fact, this is where, as I put these tools in your hand, it could work the opposite way. You guys could now start finding awesome ways to use this, but stop with the stupidity. Stop with the, I mean, if you're going to make a statement, make sure you're right. Okay. Make sure that you've accurately assessed what's going on. There we go. All right. So I'm going to get off my horse there on it, but that was addressing another point earlier where they're like, oh, it must be because of the speed. No, Joker. It's not because of the speed. because you're a Muppet. All right. So short side only. Let's see if we can get some shorts going. And as a long shows up, hopefully it will just skip for me and make sure that we are all good again. All right, let's go speed it up a little bit more here at midnight. So nothing's going to happen here. 20x, 100x. Let's go 100. All right, if I missed any questions, pop them there in the chat. And this is open mic night and open chats. You guys got questions, we'll answer them. There we go. We skipped that one. That's good. It did not take it, right? Internext versus intercontinuous. I was about to start that, then I went on my rant there. I apologize. Here we go. So internext should be the one that when you're during the daytime, when you're trying to figure stuff out, you should be doing internext. Why is that? Because I have taught you cadence. Those of you guys who think that you're supposed to come over here, this intercontinuous, this is not just, oh, put on full auto and this thing is just going to run, it's going to make money. Oh, and you guys are all like, oh, look guys, oh, it didn't make money, or oh, it didn't do. This is not the point. And this is what frustrates me about handing good tools into idiots' hands. Okay, because you don't understand. You literally don't understand. I've literally taught you cadence. I've literally taught you AudioBox strategy stuff, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to apply a strategy. I'm just going to come over here and click the on button. It's just supposed to make me money. That's not how it works. Now, if I need to set out videos on this, I will. Okay, but I feel like we've already been through this. It feels like if you've been here a while, since November with us, we've been talking about this in live streams. You're not taking every single Enigma that shows up. That's not the idea. Okay. All right. So still waiting on a short here. There we go. First short. Got stopped out there, and there's a green. Nothing. Good. So we are shorts only, and I am running in continuous mode. This is more for just kind of testing, and it's not to test if it's profitable. I am so sick of hearing people in the room being like, oh, I don't know, I'm trying to find a profitable strategy. Are you stupid? Yes, you are. Just here's your sign. Okay, there. Who's that country singer that sang a song? Here's your sign. Okay, yes, it says stupid. Hold this sign up. It literally just says one word on it, stupid. Here's your sign. Hold it in front of your chest. I'm stupid. All right, cut it out. I'm not asking you to solve whether or not this is a good strategy or not. I already know it's a good strategy. I've already shown you it's a good strategy. It's awesome. Oh, there goes the noise short right there. Let's see if it's going to hit. Nope. All right, that's 2 in a row. Okay, now after my 3rd in a row, I'm going to bump the quantity. Right? Why? Because that's how I teach it. Right? There's the 3rd one. Let's see if we hit.
Target filled.
There we go. Target 1. Cool. Now what we want to see is if we can get a green to show up and that it won't enter. That's what I want to see.
Target
That's what I'm
filled.
currently testing. Make sure that, you know, bugs are all good still. It's not really testing. I know it works. I'm just going to show you guys. Those of you guys who had said that you had this problem, I'm going to show you that it's working now. There we go. So we're short. There we go. There's
Target
2.
filled.
See that? Look at all those. Look at all those that just fired
filled.
off. All right. So in a scenario like this, somebody was like, I don't know, man. That seems like a really big trade. I don't know. That must be broken. I won't trust it. I literally heard the words, I don't trust the numbers. Fuck you. You know what? I don't trust you. I don't trust your judgment. You are a fucking low IQ Muppet. You're in my room. You're lucky you're here, but I'm tired of hearing your shit. Keep your mouth closed if you're going to sit in my room. I'm fucking tired of it. You got a question? Ask a question. You have to insert your information. Nobody wants it. You got me? Cool. All right. So the way that our system normally is supposed to go. Well, actually, I'm still waiting on it. I want to see if this little
target filled.
Maybe if I increase.
Target
there we
filled.
go. Okay, so those did not add. So there was one example right there. Went short. It did not add to that position. Whereas that's what was happening before.
Target filled.
Oh, we're good. There we go. Overnight, already up $600 on it. Now, can you run it in continuous? Yes. Can the system do quite well with it? Sure. If you run it during the right time window, it just happens. Yes, you can absolutely do it. That's now it's up $866 on one contract, or not one contract, but one entry, which is 2 contracts. So just 2 contract entry stuff. There you go. It's up $866. Yeah, sure. It's awesome. It's great. It's a great system. All right. So those of you guys who still think that I need your opinion on whether it works or not, no, I don't. No one's interested in your opinion. You're retarded. Thank you. Anything else? I am hoping that some people quit on me today. I'm hoping some of you are like, nope, I'm out. Fantastic. I'm gonna free up seats. Free me up some seats, because there's no seats open anymore. Like I don't even have any more seats open. If you got it, fantastic. You're in it to win it. Okay. But you want out? Fine. I will find another person who wants your seat. Anybody who quits right now, I will find another person to get your seat. So please contact me and I'll hook somebody else up, because this is going to be the hottest shit on the market for all retail traders. We are the #1 in this space, and everybody's about to find out about it. I'm about to go out there. We're going to push marketing like all these little turds. They've been spending all their time on social media. We've been spending our time here in code, building amazing products and amazing systems. Awesome. Cannot wait. And then I'm going to shove it in their face, and I am I am going all legal on these assholes. I am shutting down fucking ICT. I'm shutting down Rocket Scooter, Pocket Pooper, the fucking Day Trader Paradise turd, John Matthew Cowart, who is such a coward. He's out there to my face telling me we're friends. Behind the scenes, he's over there trying to get my shit shut down, trying to get me deplatformed from NinjaTrader, from YouTube, from my own brokers and shit. These assholes, I'm fucking taking their ass to court. I'm gonna fucking annihilate them. They are gonna pay for their bullshit, and then we are going to service the community. We are going to service the community rightly. We are going to teach well. We are going to give good tools to people that actually work, not regurgitated, mismatched, renamed bullshit like Rocket Scooter with their BS of, oh, I know what, I'm going to rename Tick and Trend. Tick and Trend is already been created by the New York Stock Exchange and given out there for free for people. I don't know, they might have a little charge on it. I'm pretty sure it comes for free, but somebody go check me on that. But they have provided that, and he's renamed it and called it resilience. This whole hedge pressure bullshit that they've got out there, that's literally volume profiler, but worse. It's like, oh, let me show you the volume profile nodes on the options chain, which is, again, delayed data. So like worse data, #1, and less important information, and then putting volume profiler on it. Like it's basically this node right here. If you took whatever that value was, and he's like, oh, there we go. There's hedge pressure at 14,390. Because there's a volume node right there, but he won't call it a volume node either. He wants to hide it and act like, oh, there's some magical shit happening right here. Oh, see, only my system could tell you this. 14,4410. Oh, see, if we get to that spot, might be something that happens right there. It's retarded. Tired of all the BS? We're gonna let the world know. All right, let's roll. Are you ready? Are y'all ready for this? I don't know. Are you ready? All right, now let's see if we can break it. We're gonna shove arm long, arm short. Now, is this system supposed to do this? Is it supposed to run at 1000x speed and do this? No, this is a manual system. Let me make sure we're very clear here tonight, okay? This is not supposed to be, this does not supplant full auto strategies, okay? I promise you, I will be demonstrating for those of you guys who are wondering what happens behind the scenes for platinum members, okay? You want to talk about platinum? We'll talk about what is platinum, okay? Platinum members have full auto, but not like this, okay? This is again, I call this semi-auto over here, even though yes, technically when you hit continuous on, I mean, it's basically like full auto, and I say like, okay? Because it does not have all the full features that a full auto might, okay? Inside of what are called strategies. And this is, I hate that they use this word. I wish they could have come up with some other term for it, but this is what NinjaTrader calls them. This is where your automated code goes. In strategies, they have two code bases, strategies and indicators, okay? This is actually classified as an indicator, okay? But again, I believe it's more than an indicator because I hate the fact that people are like, oh, indicators don't work. I know, I hear that crap all the time. But an indicator just indicates something, okay? And the power of the indicator is behind the code itself, behind the algorithm inside of that indicator, behind the algorithm inside of the strategies. An algorithm not to be confused with the word AI, although all these idiots out there putting AI in their names like they're, oh, I'm using artificial intelligence. No, you're not. You're using retarded intelligence. You're using low IQ. That's what these little scammers like John Matthew Cowart and all these little turds like ICT are doing. They got mouths, they got no brains. That's why I call them Muppets. That's where the Muppet term comes from. They run their mouths, but they got no brains, because a Muppet, everybody knows, you put your hand in it, it's just a hand moving, got no brains. All right, now you know where the Muppet came from too. A little history lesson here tonight. Are we hot under the collar tonight? Yeah, a little bit. Why? Because I feel like I wasted a whole lot of time today on a whole lot of people on stuff like Windows updates and video card drivers and anyway, stuff like that. Yes, we have a couple bugs here. No, so let's talk about the actual bugs. But full auto differences being that, yes, we can do things like I can increase contract size from trades 1 through 5 automatically inside of strategy. No, I'm not doing that right here. You have to do that manually, right? If I want to increase the next size, what do I have to do? I have to press that button, right? I got a +1. Well, full auto, I can handle that for you. On full auto, I can have 2 robots handling cadence. How does that work? Let's talk about this. If you really want to know what's going on behind the scenes with Platinum, we got dual robot systems. And what does that do? cadence, right? I have told you guys this is from us. I've never seen anybody else teach this. This is, I mean, I don't know why this is part or a subject that's not around, because this exists in other fields like gaming theory, in Vegas, or gambling, and people are, oh, yep, he said the magic word. He said that gambling word. Well, there are some things that cross over. I'm just the guy who will tell you straight to your face, like, yes, that's how things work. It is a gamble. I feel like business is a gamble, quite frankly. You could spend all the advertisement in the world and not get anything. Like, you don't know how many customers are going to come through the door each day. It's like a, you know, yeah, you can't force anything to happen. Some things are by chance, right place, right time. You can try your best to plan it and whatnot. And there's an art and a science there. But yes, some cadence, right? We've talked about the cadence, ebb and flow, right? So how can I apply cadence? Well, I can in a dual robot system, because cadence, if I am telling you that, well, it's a good idea to maybe wait for, you know, 3, I hate to call the term losers, because that's a negative term, but for lack of better terms, 3 losers in a row. Now, literally as simple as secondary bot, turn a second bot on. Right now, second bot on, increase contract size from trades 1 through 5. I mean, you're basically winner, winner, chicken dinner so often. I don't know how to, I mean, I don't know if you're feeling me or not, because again, a lot of you guys, I just see you guys like planting it on and running it with full auto and thinking, oh, full auto is just gonna do all the work for you and just gonna turn it on, take every one of them, and it could. But over what period of time? You need to make sure you're turning it on at the right time. And I would suggest that you turn that on after what? I would say, you know, one general strategy that I told you guys, if you want that strategy, the cadence strategy is, okay, manually, visually wait for 3 to go by and then turn it on. Take a few, and after 2, you should be done for that session, plus a bonus, right? Cool. I'll be talking more about that. But tonight, I'm just dropping it like it's hot, all right? Because we got a lot of things, and yeah, because why not? It's open mic night. Any questions? Anything you guys would like to see? What do you want to see?
How's your day been?
Oh man, did y'all see some of the screenshots that I was posting? Like, people be like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Hey, did you update everything before you're having a problem?" Oh, my system's freezing. I got problems. Okay. Hey, did you do the Windows updates? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Well, I guess what would be the next step? Let me get on your computer. Okay. Team viewer in. What's the first thing I see? I see security is all turned on, real-time protection's all on. You got UAC turned on to the max instead of like you got so antivirus is interfering with you on all the files that are pouring into your system. Oh, I go check Windows updates. You've got a gigantic cumulative update sitting right there. Like, I don't know what pisses me off is when people lie to me. Why do people lie? This is the Democratic Party. This is why I'm so frustrated. We are the right and they are the left. We are the right, they are the wrong. It is not even right versus left, right anymore. It is right versus wrong. It is evil versus good. The people that lie, they are following the father of lies. Satan himself just constantly lies, and we have just become accustomed to it, so accustomed to it, people think it's weird when you're telling the truth. It's insane. But I'm getting on here. I want this room to be different. I want the people here to be different. I am creating a different set of people. And yes, I am dividing the wheat from the chaff. If you hear me and you want to be here with us, let's go, baby. We are here to fight the evil. We are here to stand against the bullshit. We are here to fight the lies. We are going to go out here and we're going to do it right. So that also means it's not just me, folks. It's you too. If I'm asking, we're going to help you out with our tech support. And if I ask you to check some things before you do it so you don't waste our time, do it. It is not my responsibility to keep your PC up to date with Microsoft Windows and the normal Windows update type of stuff. Okay, .NET gotta be up to date. Your video card drivers, like, oh, my system's flashing and I got flash this, flash that. Okay, did you check your video card drivers? NinjaTrader, first thing NinjaTrader always tells everybody, yeah, make sure your video card's up to date. Oh, I go over there and you're 4 versions behind, not just 1, not just 2, 4 fucking versions behind. Pardon my French and all my negative words here tonight, but come on. That's how my day was.
Have we figured out why it's flashing if you have everything updated?
Okay, so flashing situation. I am still trying to figure out some of that, because yes, now after I finally get down to, okay, everything is up to date, right, on a person's machine, I waste a lot of time getting all their stuff all up to date, and then now, yes, I still see flashing. So that's the unfortunate part. I was never trying to say that it wasn't a problem. I mean, I agree. I'm certain that there were people that had stuff all up to date but didn't have it. Now, I'll give an example of a person who is not having this issue, but has Windows 11. So Curtis, I'm like, because I don't have that yet. I'm still on, again, I've got Windows 10 here. I've got a 10 series. My 1300 is still downstairs on the crate. Haven't pulled it out yet. Looking forward to it. But it's weird. There is something that we are trying to solve. So you guys can help me try to solve this, right? That's what we want is,
Wait,
yeah, what?
could it be the integrated graphics in your CPU?
It absolutely could be. There is a opportunity that could be it. However, so I was on a person's machine today who had a 2070 Super. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's not an onboard. But yes, there is a theory there, right? Is it a particular set of cards that have this issue? Is it? I would like some other people to test some things. Let's go to this. Let's try to cut. Yeah.
I have a 2070 Super as well, and I have the flashing issue.
Oh, okay. 2070 Super, and that's two people in a row that have the flashing. Okay, Curtis does not. See, I forget which one Curtis told me he had. Ping Curtis.
I'm gonna try to update my actual like CPU integrated graphics. And is there a possibility that that's what NinjaTrader just runs off of? It doesn't actually use a graphics driver. Like GPU,
there's a theory there too, but some of that is controlled by the Windows OS. I didn't think about this. Actually brings us several different ways that we could test. So first of all, Curtis, what video card do you have in yours, sir? You're on mute. It looks like you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Geez, I forget now. It's 3080.
Okay, so yeah, it's the next generation up. So you got a 3080, but you have confirmed you're running it and you have no flashing issues on the Delta flagging, correct?
Yeah, Delta flagging or any of them. I don't have flash.
Perfect. Now, one of the things that you also told me today, a couple of things that we need to test. I'm going to pull up a notepad series here for, whoops. So Curtis had also said he does not have filter ticks on. And
Correct.
I believe that's on by default now, but I can't be certain of that. Filtered ticks option in Ninja was a question. One of the other questions was, so we have 2070s. So this is NVIDIA. 2070 Super has issue. And I'm going to say question mark, but we do have, you know, two people who've confirmed they have that and they have the flashing issue.
Let me check and make sure my tick filter's off, because I believe it is, but
well, again, it's what, try it on and then try it off, right? Those are two things, because what I was noticing on the people who are flashing, I'm noticing down here that this whole scale right here, like pay attention, those of you guys who are flashing, the flashing thing, like right here, all of a sudden I will see this whole thing like rescale itself down to like point, I don't even know, like whatever number, but it's literally, it starts to go to decimals. Be like 0.277 whatever, like, which is weird. It goes from hundreds to all of a sudden changes the full scale for like a second and then blips back. So I was like, okay, well, it could be in this indicator. But then I saw today, I pulled that off of somebody's and they had it with the open, high, low, close. And open, highlight, low, close literally draws three lines. It draws this one, and this one. So that was telling me like, well, what defines that? Well, the open, that's a very specific price point. The high, very specific price point, and a low, very specific price point. So could it be a bad tick? Yes. Could the bad tick be in a certain data feed? Yes. So what data feed is it, right? Type of thing. Curtis said he was using CQG Continuum. Is that correct, Curtis?
Correct.
Okay. Rain, which one did you have again? Are you using Continuum?
I'm not sure. I just whatever the new one is that you buy off NinjaTrader's website.
NinjaTrader. Okay, so that's going to be Continuum. Yeah. So it's not specific unless, well, I mean, it could be certain days. But Curtis, I mean, have you ever had the flashing issue? Because that would mean like certain days. Like if it was data, then it would be certain days that it has flashing. Have you ever had the flashing issue that you know about?
I've had the flashing issue on 80271 of NinjaTrader.
Ah, so you did. Okay. Oh, yikes.
See, I never saw it as a problem when I was on the old recommended version either. I never
Well, on
had that
2.6,
issue.
yeah. So here's the thing. It's a very weird thing. Like we've never seen it on what I call 2.6. So 2.6, that's the one I'm also currently on. I have not done the upgrade, but I know we have to. Like this month, they're forcing us to go up to what Curtis just said on the 2.7, which we also know. You know, even he had problems there on that. Like, so that sucks. And NinjaTrader's over there saying that, you know, nothing is their fault. Like it's not on them. However, I would like somebody to test this. Can you, Rain, while you're here, so take off everything off your charts except for delta flagging and open, high, low, close. Let me show you what I mean by that. But I'm gonna go here and set it on. I'm gonna do a new chart. Go to my indicators, and we're just gonna like basically pull all of this stuff out, and we're gonna have delta flagging pro, which it seems like we can see it in that, and but weirdly enough we have it in current, open, high, low, and I always say close just because
I get it on the
Current day
golden
OHL.
ropes as
What?
well.
you had it with the golden ropes.
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. Okay, so here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to narrow it down to being stuff on NinjaTrader, because NinjaTrader said this. I heard them write to one of our members. They said that they will not do anything for any third-party indicator, which that's what they just assume. You're coming to them, you're showing them something with AlgoBox, and they're like, oh, you know, it's not us, so we're not going to do anything about it. However, this current open day, open, high, low, close, I mean, basically it is identical to their code. I basically do nothing but rename it and put it into our system so that you can have it in the AlgoBox classifications, keeping it very simple for them. It's just a very baseline. This is their indicator, period. And yet some people had this flashing on them. So I'm excited about that, because what I'd like some of you guys to do who have this flashing issue, be like, okay, well, if it's third-party issue, then why is it that I have it when I go and, well, let's do theirs. Let's pull this. Let's pull off. Don't do our version of open, high, low, which is basically, like I said, identical. Is all it's doing is drawing a line with open, high, low, close, right? This one, here it is, current day OHL. Okay, it's literally the same thing. So we add this, click OK. Okay. And then run it, and what I'd love to see is, okay, yes, but these are flashing. I have seen it on somebody else's machine that was on there today. I apologize, I went on so many people's machines, I don't remember whose it was, but I was like, yeah, no, I definitely see the flashing. We had everything all up to date on them. It had that super 2070, so I'm hoping it's not that video card thing. But now we go to one more thing. So in your Windows settings, Curtis, can you verify for me on this? If we go to, I believe it's called performance. Yes. So adjust it's this thing. So if you're pulling up your start menu, at least for Windows 10, it's called, adjust the appearance and performance of Windows. This thing, performance options. Have you guys ever seen this before? Like people, oftentimes not this kind of a hidden thing. People don't look into this very much. So this will engage or not engage your video card, which is hard to explain, but basically it will render 2D or 3D objects, whether you have some of these on or off. So Curtis, do you have this? Can you kind of post a screenshot in the public chat for what your settings are here? Do you have adjust for best performance? Because that would mean that we are using your video card and it's rendering. Or do you have best performance, which means it's not, which goes back to your theory earlier, Rain, about is it using the onboard video versus not using onboard and using the external video card, or whether it's engaging it or not engaging it, that comes down to the settings turned on. So there's a few things that we're kind of trying to diagnose in that. Make sense?
Yeah, I just tried 522 or 26, I believe, and I wasn't getting flashing anymore.
Yeah, doesn't that suck? Yeah, so you go to the back, you know, the one that I'm on, I don't have the issue, which is where, like, I want to point to NinjaTrader and say it's them, right? But I don't know how to get that through them, and I can't fix their problems, you know, but it's like we can point it out to them, but you know how their system works. Like, you got to, like, really give a stink about it. There has to be a lot of people telling them about it And I don't know that we've got enough people going over there and complaining, but that's the best thing I could do. Or if it's some setting that, like, and again, it does look like it's their version, but is it because of something that, like, oh well, well then how is Curtis working on 8116 but it's working, right? And that's what they're going to point to, like, well, it works on my machine, so okay, well now is it one of these crazy settings? So we're basically having to do their kind of job and go find out, like, what's the deal, right? Because they're not going to go track it down any further. You know what I'm saying? But I think we could make them, here's my theory, we could make them do it by going, look, why is your OHL broken? Because they said if it's one of our indicators, then we'll fix it. All right, well, here's one that I believe flashes. So can you test it out for me? Go back to your 8116, or just don't do 26. I mean, I know 26 works. It's just, it has worked. It's been working. So what did they change in 27? We don't know. However, point something of theirs that doesn't work with it. And I believe you guys are having the flashing issue, from what I could tell, on this very simple indicator that draws the open, the high, and the low, and doesn't have the close. Of course, that's what I always call it, though, because they when you study OHLC, OHLC is the concept behind a bar, open, high, low, close. So forgive me if I call it OHLC.
It's streaming right now, and I'm not getting the flashing issue anymore.
After what?
I only have the open, high, and delta on.
What version?
The most recent.
Okay, I'm pulling open your stream here. Okay, got it. Okay, so make sure I understand what you just said. You have 8116, correct?
Yeah, most updated version. Yep.
And now you have OHLC, and now your flashing just stopped doing it after you reinstalled?
After I just updated to the latest version of AlgoBox as well.
Okay, well, hey, I'm good with that too. Okay, so we just had somebody who I mean, you didn't change any other settings on your computer, correct?
No, I turned on filter bad ticks, and then it wasn't flashing, so I turned it back off to see if it would start flashing, and it didn't flash.
Oh, but see, the way that works is I think it might go into your data file and it might do that. Okay, so you did do another thing. It was, you did do a filter. So what did you do? It was off and you turned it on, or it was on and you turned it off?
It was off and I turned it on, and then I turned it back on.
Oh, shiat. Okay. That's weird, because I asked Curtis earlier today, he said his was off, but that would matter what day it was, like what day you were running. If it's the filtered bad data tick, that could be like, that filtered bad data tick is on a certain day, a particular day that came up. So if Curtis did not have that day in his data, then he, would, oddly enough, not see it, right? But with filtered bad tick on, in theory, if it's a bad tick causing it, and that's what it looks like, because when that scale all of a sudden randomly like goes weird, like that would be what would happen on a bad tick, where you have some erroneous price that hit but was not filled type of thing coming in. So okay, so we just cured one. Anybody else? Somebody else who has a flashing issue, can they come on board here? And who else has a flashing issue we can try to solve by basically doing weird things like filtering ticks? I guess we should show that real quick. That setting is tools, options. So in your NinjaTrader tools, options, go to the market data tab right here. And then this right here, filter bad ticks. And then it says percent off market. Make sure it's set to 0.1. It's covered up there. These settings right here. Filter bad ticks, percent off market. Okay. So you played with that and it went away. Now think about the way that works. I think this might, I don't know if this does or not, how it works behind the scenes. We could ask NinjaTrader, but I don't really care. Does it do it in real time? Does it do it off the fly? I don't know, but all of a sudden you're not having flashing anymore. And I'm watching your stream. Yeah, I don't see it flashing.
Let's see. Should I add more indicators?
Let me figure out who is the guy I was on earlier today. SMB Tech and the other poor soul. I may or may not have swallowed.
Let me try adding golden ropes, because that's what was also flashing for me.
Yeah, and what I'd like to do is like just open up one of our I mean, now that you're adding them individually, like I want to see, well, what happens if you run our normal workspace, right? Like open up one of our workspaces. Is it associated with one of our workspaces, some setting inside of our workspace? So it looks like it's good if you add them individually. I mean, it's cool if it's a corrupt workspace or we got some setting in there. Shoot, I'll rebuild them. Yeah, this one was having problems for some people. Let's run it on this one.
Ah! Did you see it?
Yep. What date was it?
6/2. The cursed date.
There it is. Okay, see the flashing? Okay, now tell me, now let's go to your filtered tick settings. Let me see what it's set to. It's not filtered. Now, turn the filter on. Hit apply, hit OK. All right, and let's run it again. Okay, but let's reload the chart. Press F5 on the chart. Okay. Dude, what in the... Flashing like crazy, isn't it?
On that chart, do you have speedy chart on there?
Yes, it's just the default eBot chart.
Ah, let's pull speedy chart. Let's see if it's that. But I had pulled that on a guy's system earlier today and it didn't work. Let's try it.
You know, there is one more indicator that this template has that none other has. Position details.
Oh, bro. Okay, listen. Okay, earlier today, I pulled everything off of this guy's stuff except for open, high, low, close, and delta flagging, and it was flashing. So, what I mean by like,
I gotcha.
I have definitely... Okay, so something in the template. Interesting. Okay, now I built these templates on 2.6. So if, man, this could be a template thing. So, okay, let's try this. Close out your NinjaTrader real quick for me. And go into your NinjaTrader 8 folder, and we're going to go into the templates folder.
Documents.
Because I wonder if I just have to create the templates on a version greater than 2.7. I mean, it could be something as simple as that. I mean, I'd love it if it was that. Okay, now we're not going to workspaces, we're going to go to templates.
Oh, templates.
And we're going to go to indicator. Okay, you see all these? These are default things for just a lot of stuff. Like these are like default entry settings. They're XML files, but the XML is compiled under .26 because that's been our recommended solid version for forever. So I build everything on 2.6. Now you guys who have on the new one, it looked like to me, I mean, you had those on there with nothing else and you had no problem. So, and of course it could be the workspace. We could, delete the workspace and apply it. A couple things I want to try. In fact, before we delete these, just keep this open, but let's launch NinjaTrader one more time. And let's create a new workspace with the same template. So, show you what I mean here. Pull up the eBot workspace. Sure you're on eBot.
Yep.
Okay. So now right click on the chart here and then go to templates, save as, and call it rain. Awesome. Okay, so now let's close this chart here and let's close this workspace. Go ahead and save this workspace, and then let's create a new workspace. So go into your control center and say new workspace, call it rain.
Yeah, hang on, my thing just popped up historical data without an X.
Roger.
No, I can't.
That's odd. It wants you to continue. They're like, you cannot do anything unless you continue.
Okay, I guess I will actually have to continue. Thank you. Okay, so you said save the ebot template?
Yeah, we basically just want to close it out. Make sure it's closed, launch a new workspace, and let's open up our own chart, and we're going to apply that template that we just saved, because in theory now you have on 8116 it would have saved its own
Yeah, I got
in its own format. Like if it has its own formatting in the XML, you know, that's where I'm going with this theory now on attempt to test out that. All right, so what is this chart here now?
This is just a template, like you said.
Oh, okay, new chart, and you got this new workspace called Rain.
Yeah.
Okay, and you right-clicked and applied the template.
No, I did not actually.
Okay, so go template and load. I'm concerned how that one would have worked, but okay, let's try it out. How did that chart? Okay, I'm a little bit confused as to how that chart came up, but I may need to delete this chart.
Yeah, I did something wrong, but let's just try it out, I guess.
Sure, it doesn't hurt, but I do want to delete the whole thing and start from a new chart.
Okay. Alright. So, workspace. Here, let me show you. So, new chart. NQ.
Yeah, and now select your Rain template.
Oh yeah, I did the ebot.
And set
template.
one day.
My bad.
One day.
Okay. Did it to AlgoBox.
Still flashing. Okay, but see, look at the numbers. See how they're in the point? Look at it, 0 point whatever. Why is it going?
Yeah.
Why is it going to point whatever? What? I don't know what's causing that. See, that what I would think was bad data or something, and it's like it flashes to it and then flashes off. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna build this template on our own. So what I want to do here is let's just do a whole new chart. So delete, close this chart out, and launch a new chart with no template whatsoever. Yeah, no template at all. And we're going to add the indicator straight up because I want to find out if it's in our, make sure it's one day. Cool. Now,
Default NinjaTrader chart.
yeah, so now we want to apply our indicators one at, like basically just, we're going to do a set of them. Okay, so we know we want, let's go down the list here. So we want chart labeler at the top there, chart labeler. Just double click these as you go down. Okay, so we got chart labeler, we've got, yes, current OHL, got Delta Flagging Pro, yep, yes, favorable direction, Alpha Omega, Bella.Pro, up a few, yeah, so Bella.Pro, cool. Flowmaster Cross, although no, actually I hadn't had that one. Let's remove the Flowmaster Cross for now because we're just going to reproduce ebot. And let's scroll down.
You want me to do ebot on here, right?
Oh yeah. Let's see, H line, label H line, and logo small.
Position details.
Yes, sir.
Speedometer.
Pedometer, yeah. Chart.
Support resistant lines. Volume profile. I think that's all of them.
Perfect. Yes, sir. Very good. Got their weird grid lines and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it might be something else in my template on this. Run it. I don't know. Let's see. Weird.
Wait, let me.
Wait. What's that one at the bottom? Hold on. Don't touch anything. Hold on. That's it right there. That's it. There's two on the same panel. There's two on the same panel. Now it's split out. Hold on. That one down at the bottom.
What the?
Hold on. Which that is coming from one of our indicators. Hold on. That is a panel thing that should be applied to. Okay. Go and remove the speedometer. See if it's in the speedometer. Curtis, can you see that? I don't know if you know what that one is off the top of your head already. Let me see. But that is, hold on, let me make this a little bit bigger so I can see. Something that would do that.
Oh, it was speedometer.
Well, maybe. It's only going to show up on play, so press play again.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Nope, see how it just shot into it? Yeah, see how it's doing that number? Now it's on top. Okay, so it's not speedometer. Let's pull off. Let's see what else is in here. What else?
Take off speedy chart.
Speedy chart. All right,
chart.
take off speedy chart. All right.
Nope. Still did it.
Well, now let it play for a second. Let it play a little bit longer. If it's just clearing out. It's something on panel 1. So we'll be able to detect this. I can go through and look at what's on. It's something on panel 1. Something that's crossing over on panel 1. Stopped, right? It's not flashing anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
Right? Okay.
After
so
removing
now-
speedy chart.
What's that?
Oh,
No, there it
Just
went again.
flashed.
Okay, hit again. Hold on. So there is still something in the indicator pack. So we have something that is it's crossing over to that panel. It could be favorable direction. Normally it's going to be something that would be a be several things though.
Vinny, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
I tried changing it off of AlgoBars and put it onto the seconds chart. The flashing stopped and it stopped changing decimals.
Okay.
which one?
Bars. Well, let's change it to range bars real quick. So change to range bars. Going to time bars would take out ticks because you're not dealing with ticks anymore. I'd be concerned with going to time bars, but let's see what happens if it happens on range bars. I don't know if it does that or not. The alpha omega, actually, it happened after an alpha omega. Pause it real quick and let's change the settings on the alpha omega to something low, so we'll fire off some alpha omegas. Get that to like 5. See how it's 0.1 and then now it goes big? Okay, so it's something on panel 1. That's called, so panel 0 is the top one, panel 1 is the one down. If you add another one, it'd be panel 2, etc., etc. Okay, so let's press play and let's see what happens.
Hang on. Okay. It's not alpha omegas.
But if you put speedy chart back on, does it start flashing again?
What would be point? What would be 0.0 whatever? So I don't even know. Okay, carry on. It's definitely something that's trying to fight panel 1 down there.
Hmm.
Crank it up to super high speed. That's with speedy chart on, correct?
Yep.
Don't say like I hadn't had the, it's something in there, just don't know what it is. But it's something going to panel 1. Yeah, 0.0 value would be something less than 0 or less than 1.
I don't see the logo anywhere.
There on the left, bottom left. Could be profiler. I mean, there is a weird thing, but I remember on his chart earlier today, like I pulled off everything, but
We go back to AlgoBar was one. 'Cause that's where
maybe
it was
it's
really
the open high low
happening.
close. When the open high low close has not fully calculated through the day because it's particular days that it's happening on. See, there it is. Look, it's at the number right now. You see what the default was down there? It was default
Yeah.
point something.
So let's see.
Okay, so it's something
Wait,
causing.
First, let's make sure it sets off.
Yeah, it's like once it's cleared it, it's gonna be fine. But
Wait, I wanna
go
try
to a new day. If it's OHLC, then it's a new day. So go to another day.
I just want to try something real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, see. Okay. Okay, so it just flashed after I changed the alpha omega values again.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like we've already deduced that. That's why I'm saying it needs on a fresh load. So that's why I'm saying push it to a new day.
Oh, okay,
please.
okay. Let's go Saturday.
No, don't go Saturday.
Yeah, I just caught myself.
That's not. Unless we're trading crypto. They ain't open on Saturdays.
I think it's just bugged my chart too.
Oh, is it hung? See, look, that's a point whatever value when it goes to a load. Filed version. Also another thing slightly different about what Curtis has that everybody else doesn't.
I don't understand why
So
it
it
does
shifts that
sometimes.
value to sub-zero. I mean, it could be something inside of Delta Flagging Pro, but when I saw that other panel there for a moment, something has when it adds itself to the chart by default is going to a new panel. What I call it, it's called a new panel. Like if you have another, the way that the panels are labeled, the very top one is 0, the one underneath that's number 1, and if you have another one underneath that, that's number 2, and so on. So it increases in numbers. So it was on panel 1 earlier. There was a panel 2. and it had the values. So, and you can compile things. You can overlay. See, there it is. 0.01, 0.1, 0.16, 0.14. So we do have a crossover value coming in there, and on occasion it's like flipping back to it. That's don't know what that would be particularly, but it does seem like it might be in the template. So now that thing I was thinking about doing earlier, the more invasive thing I wanted to test, let's close this out, close NinjaTrader out, go to that folder where the templates were located under the indicator templates.
Let me find NinjaTrader again. There you go.
All right, go to NinjaTrader templates and go to indicator folder. All right. Let's make a backup of this folder first. So take that indicator folder and copy it to your desktop so we can bring it back, and we're going to wipe everything in here.
Okay.
Oops.
Oh.
I meant the whole indicator folder. Well, sorry, I should have been more specific. If you click on that first one and hold shift, it'll grab. There you go.
Okay, so you want everything gone in here, right?
Yes. Okay, now let's relaunch NinjaTrader. Let's get a blank chart, and we're going to recreate that workspace one more time and let the 8116 create its own templates for. It's weird. Basically, this is going to let it create its own XMLs, because if they have version to version, they may do things in their XML to add additional markup language, different markups and stuff. See, as we launch, see, look at the default down there. It defaults to some point whatever value down there, very low.
So do we need to rebuild the whole chart again?
Yes. So let's close this chart, and let's do a new chart there. No template. Start from scratch, 1 day, 1 algo bar, perfect. All right, now let's add just one first. Let's go just the Delta Flagging Pro. Let's, because if this shows it on there, well then, okay, well we can, we'll dive into this one.
It just did it.
What?
Yeah.
Did it? It was 0.1, I missed it. Okay, remove it again, sorry, I didn't look there fast enough. Okay, well good, so that we know it's inside of Delta Flagging Pro and we can deal with that.
See?
Yeah, okay. Well, let's press play here on this and let's see if it flashes back to it. I'd rather it just not, but that is probably solvable within our code inside of Delta Flagging Pro. Yeah, it's weird. It went down there again. Okay. Now play it. I'm pretty sure we can set that scale, but then we want it to be able to adjust because it needs to be like in a scenario like that, it goes bumps up to a 2000 something, but we just don't want it bumping back down to default like it's doing. Seems like very weird behavior. Yeah, so run it like 30x speed here for a minute and see. No flashing, right? I don't care how the state is when it starts, and shouldn't. So that seems fine after we've added it and it's written itself. Okay, so now pause and right click on this chart, go to indicators, go on the Delta Flagging Pro on the bottom right, click on template, say save as default.
Oh, okay.
Now just click on save as default and click OK. Now go back to that folder on your desktop. Yes, this one. Okay, there it is. See, what it does is that's an XML file. You see that? So the way that I build these, I built these off of the stable version 2.6. So there's a theory And what's happened is as it goes, as they've made this major change up to this new thing, they have done markups in here that they, you know, didn't know about, they don't tell us about, whatever. So the markup language could be slightly different in here. And
So technically, if I open up the bot panel again, and I save it as a template, it should
yeah,
override
exactly,
it, right?
exactly. And then every single one of them, you were able to go on each one and save as default. Then in theory it doesn't, but my workspace, that's another XML file. So that XML file is created on a 2.6. So it could still be that problem. But do you have this on other charts? Like, do you have, or is it just particular workspaces?
I have it on, here's like my setup I was just playing around with.
Okay, does this usually have it or no?
Yeah.
Has the issue?
Yeah.
Oh, let's press play. Let's see. Now that we've deleted the default stuff. There's a new default. Yep, bottom left. Yep, see it doing it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Okay, so pause it. So now go to that bottom left chart. Yeah, that one. Yeah, because I was seeing this one flash. So go to the indicators on this one and remove Delta Flagging Pro, and then re-add it now that you have a new default. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Yeah, that one. So remove it, hit apply. Okay, now let's add it back now that it has a new default, because what this is going to do, this is going to grab the new default. Let's see, it has oh, look at that.
No.
It's got sound on, I just noticed. Okay, hold on. And okay, there are some things that it could be here. So let's just leave all that default right now. And let's see what happens. Just click OK. I know this isn't ideal. We'll come back and adjust it later, but I just want to see here. Or just okay, blink one.
It blinked on this chart
and
too.
Blinked again. Okay, so let's go into those settings now. Okay, so those sound things are kind of old, so let's uncheck that and then check Algo Voice. Okay, and let's run it again. Whoa, that's weird. Look at what it's doing. It's pumping a... Yep, it's a numbers thing. Yep, numbers being passed thing. Weird is happen on the other. Okay, so this could be several things. This could be a divide by zero problem. It could be a null value problem. It could be a too many decimal places problem. So we can get into the code and adjust for rounding and stuff like that. Wait, did that say panel 2 down there?
Yeah, this was default as panel 2.
Can you please set that to panel 1?
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Okay, maybe that's the new thing that they changed. Never mind. Let's put that back to 2 then. Wait, hold up. What did you change to go to 2? Was that Delta Flagging? Oh, it's because Delta Flagging is actually down on there now. Okay, sorry. So put that back to 2. Never mind. Okay, so the top one is, it's not 0, it's 1. Okay, so that is 2. Accurate. So new panel. Placement 0. What's that fix it button?
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad.
Just for shits and giggles, press play. Let's see. So, okay. Yeah, so there are some things on our side that we can fix on that. It looks like we've got it in that. Okay. Let's remove that. So remove Delta Flagging Pro from that chart, and then let's press play just to make sure it's nothing else is flashing. I'm fairly certain nothing else is, although sometimes I've seen the PRZs sometimes are flashing.
Yes,
Oh wait, look at that. The golden ropes are flashing? Hold up, bro. We got, okay. It's something to divide by. It's a division thing. Why are those flashing? That is crazy. Okay, hold up. Those are moving averages. Like, what? That's their stuff. Hold on. Are you seeing this, CG?
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it.
Flashing moving averages. Okay. Well, we got something to work with. I'm kind of forced to go over to this new version of NinjaTrader this month anyhow, so I'm gonna bite the bullet and we'll get into it, and we'll start figuring this out. But man, so the flashing thing is definitely not. I don't know. Can you replicate this on your machine, Curtis?
Only thing I can do to replicate it is have speedy charts on it.
Okay, pull speedy chart. Let's see. Dude, is it really speedy chart? Oh,
Try taking speedy chart on the other one.
It stopped flashing. Okay, pull speedy chart off the other one. Crap. Well, that's an easy fix, though.
Oh wait, no,
man,
no,
digging so deep, and sometimes it's right on the surface.
It just did it again.
Okay, press play. Let me watch.
It was on this chart. See?
Okay, something flashed there. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, but you've already
Weird.
pulled speedy chart, right? It's not on there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I think speedy chart just like exacerbates the problem. Like it showcases it because it forces it to do more calculations, which is kind of what speedy chart does. Is it says, hey, do it more often. So it's just there, but it's not as in your face. Oh yeah, but so see delta flagging is flashing down there, right? Yeah, there it is. See delta flagging. Look at that. Oh, now it's like hanging. Look, it's stuck at like point. That was crazy. Okay.
Man, look at that good headshot though.
That was a beautiful headshot. Okay, so Delta Flagging Pro. I know the lines where that could be, but the moving average one though. Okay, man. Now I got some stuff to look at there. That's crazy talk. Now, you did install the most recent version. You got the one I just put out tonight, right? V2?
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you for the help on that. Anything else you want to chat on? Anybody else have any questions? Because yeah, we're gonna have to go in and look into that. What are the kind of questions we got?
Are you gonna do morning live streams again?
At some point, when I can get some sleep.
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
Yeah, but no, at some point, yeah. Fib dots also flash, somebody said. Fib dots flash? Oh shoot.
Oh yeah, I heard someone say that earlier.
With speedy chart, probably. So between versions, the thing is, so I don't have any of these issues on 2.6. Really bothers me that we don't know what they've there, that they're forcing us over to this new version. I'm so not looking forward to going over this new version. Oh, thanks, Ian.
I would.
Yeah, I mean, if you got, if you kind of see, how we're doing this, we're just basically doing iterations and testing, pulling things, removing things, finding out what's what. It definitely, the one that's easiest to see, I think, is on the delta flagging, because I can actually see numbers. I can see numbers flashing down to
I still want to try though.
Decimal values.
Getting a integrated graphics driver update.
Yeah, but like I'm almost kind of off of that route only because now that I'm seeing an actual number, that number would not change like that without a calculation. That is absolutely a calculation, and it's probably, here's what that type of problem is usually. It's going to be a null value divisor, it's going to be a divide by 0, or you divide two numbers by each other or multiply two numbers together, and they have a decimal value that you're like a double is not, it's not wide enough for a double, or it's an integer that is, you're shifting it over to an integer but it's not going, it's something like that. So because it's going from straight numbers, although like you can see that the current number on yellow, right, that yellow is 36.37. In fact, let me take a screenshot of this real quick. I'm here, don't move anything, take a screenshot of your stuff here. All right, so it's 36.37. So that is a 2-digit decimal place, right? But if there's something in here where we get like a 36.37997777 or 333333 repeating, right? How does it handle 333 repeating? So what we have to do is, it might be something where we can do a simple wrapper on that line. So I'm going to go into those lines of the code there and see if we can put some wrappers around, making sure that we truncate it to 2 decimal places, that type of thing. That's one way to go, and that could also be applying to our harmonics. Our harmonics also have a lot of calculations inside of them. They're used to having 2 decimal places at the same time. I've had a problem a long time ago with, like, when we went to 6A, for instance. 6A was the Aussie dollar, and no, I'm sorry, it was a Japanese yen. Japanese yen was like, it's 0.00075, like you had to deal with like 6-digit decimal locations on stuff like that. And so like everything was working fine and everything else, but then you went to the 6J and you were like, what's wrong with the Japanese yen? And it's because of the numbers that we're dealing with. So this is helpful. You're a quality engineer by trade. Awesome. With lots of SW testing for med devices on Disco. Oh, cool. 8 tomato plant. Fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, particularly if you've got the most recent version, and maybe that this actually makes a lot of sense. If the old version of NinjaTrader, they had some code in there that was auto trunking, like on calculations, maybe they had some auto trunking, and so we were able to I'll call it lazy code. We were able to just go, we didn't have to worry about it because NinjaTrader's already truncating it for us. But now this new version, whoever, when they shifted it over, they didn't put the auto trunk feature in there. And so now maybe we're dealing with numbers that, there it is, see that? Goes into decimals again. Yep. And that can't be, what I'm saying, like, to me, that cannot be video card related. Like absolutely not a video card relation. So that's cool. And yeah, I think it'll be a divisor thing, and I'm even knowing we compare them to each other and whatnot. We do some stuff to check sizing in there, and some of those places where we're dealing with decimal numbers, we'll need to we'll have to do our own truncation and then deal with the numbers afterwards and make sure that even that the answers to those are also truncated. So yeah, thanks for helping us to deduce that.
Of course.
What are the kind of questions we got? What if he adds 2 delta flagging so another panel is created? Oh, like underneath it? Not. I mean, we could try that, but yeah, I don't see why not. So add another another flow master delta and then put it for panel 3 or a new panel. Yeah, so it will create a new one. Cool. Hopefully they've yep, there goes so starting off, it starts in a weird position. Cool. And
now you get double the flashing.
Hopefully. I mean, what we're trying to find is consistency. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
Love to see consistency. Oh, did we break it? Frozen?
No, it's still going, just slow.
Oh, it's because we got that gigantic one over there, probably throwing it off. Oh, there it is. See? Yep. Same place, and they both went to decimals. Yep, decimalized, cool. So the answer from that equation comes out decimalized, doesn't know what to do with it, shows it briefly, and whereas NinjaTrader might have had something to swallow those values before, an old version, the new version, they do not have that. So we need to do it ourselves. Aha! I like it. I like it a lot. And on the, I just realized, so on our rivers, we're calling the moving averages function twice. Drawing twice, so something in it could also be doing. Well, that actually that one baffles me a little bit more. Like, why would the moving averages flash? That's, but we'll figure it out. I'm sure it's it'll be consistent. It'll be the same thing. It'll be something when we are doing a divisor, which, you know, well, how does a moving average work? You definitely have a divisor, right? You're absolutely dividing over X period of time. You're adding numbers together, dividing them over that time period to find out what the average is, right? So, and you're dealing with the numbers. Now,
So how do some people
let me
have
test one more
issues with
thing.
others
Can you
don't?
switch this to something that doesn't have a decimal? Let's do YM. Switch to YM. So see, look at YM. See the numbers on YM? There's no decimal in it. It's big numbers, 33,495, right? All right, so let's run this. My theory is that we're not going to have that issue here, or it's going to be less.
Oh wait, I don't have YM data. Hold on.
Roger. Quickest way to do that is just to quickly connect to your live, and then that'll grab, you know, one date. Well, it'll grab these datas back, and then you can just do historical instead of market replay.
Is this what you meant, or am I doing it totally wrong?
Oh no, you don't. Now you're in. We just need to connect to your normal connection.
Yeah.
What's your CQG?
Yeah, I'm connected right now.
Okay, so it downloaded it. So now you switch back to
Playback.
playback. Yes, and then just hit continue. Don't select anything other than select historical after you hit
Okay.
continue.
See that. Oh, it just flashed.
Hopefully that was just loading. I think we're just loading. But let's see. Got a theory. Got to test it here. Let's try it out.
We go to today's date.
Plutonium. Welcome aboard.
Oh my, I'm sorry.
What happened?
Sorry guys. No, I'm idiot.
Sorry, it's a little fuzzy for me on like when we were watching on yours. It's slightly fuzzy just to the Discord quality level. Oh, I can't see what it.
Yeah,
Oh, I saw a flash. Okay. Oh, decimalized. Still decimalized. It decimalized to a different value though. Okay, so the ones at the bottom. But the moving averages probably not, because see, I just realized, yeah, the numbers on Delta Flagging Pro going to be the same because we're counting bid-ask counts, but the moving averages will probably stop flashing because those are bigger numbers in theory. I don't know. So I think we've got it. I think we've got a divisor problem. And the theory would be that NinjaTrader's prior versions kind of lossy handled that for us. Awfully, what do we want to call that? The friendly. They friendly handled that for us. And now we've got to do it in our own code now for things like this. Okay. That's my conclusion on it, and but it feels like to me like that means everybody should have this issue. But so Curtis, like, what's up on yours, man? Are you really not having this issue at all?
No, not at all. I tried over and over again.
Okay, but let me back up. Are you using the compiled version, or you are using your own? You've got the code local to you, correct?
Yes.
So there is that, and you might have different templates as well. So there is still, I don't know. I can't explain that. Like, it should be consistent across everybody across versions. Well, I've got to upgrade to this one, so assuming it will happen to me. But if it doesn't, well, that's going to throw a whole nother wrench into the works. So pulling speedy chart off didn't fix it. It just kind of masked it and made it so it didn't happen as often.
Maybe pull some speedy chart back on the YM.
Yeah, throw it on there and let's make it go nuts.
Yeah, because the golden ropes weren't doing it anymore. Oh,
There they go.
Yeah, look at. Did you see the harmonics?
Yeah, they're all flashing like crazy.
Well, no, they were going back and forth, like to the left and the right.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, and all that does is basically it runs it up to make it go run more calculations, run them quicker. So we're just exacerbating the problem that's already there. Well, I sure would like to reproduce that on my own computer. Like, but also I want to just, I really need to just make money. I mean, we're all in that spot, right? I feel bad because we're all like, well, we all just want to make money, Vinny. That's not fair either. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Feels like it's a workspace. Okay, we have to try this. So save this workspace because we're about to mess it all up. So save the one you currently have, or well, we might have already messed this one up. You probably don't want to save this one. So we basically need to, we're going to jack this up. Let's narrow this down to one of those charts, the one on the bottom right. And so close all the other charts. And I kind of want to add all of those indicators individually.
So
you have a new template. Basically, we want to create a new template of that chart, but delete all the other charts. So we're just focused on one chart. So it's not everything else. We're coming down to one chart, making sure that there's additional calculations going on. And then, so to solve this, so now on this, these would have, this probably still came from one of my templates, right? Like you started this from one that came through the release, which would have come from my version 8.2.6.
Yes, I
So
did
what I kind of
actually.
want to do is generate the template. You know what I'm saying? I want to generate the template from straight from yours. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So just save
So-
this template. Right?
Yes, let's try that. So save as, give it like rain 2. Simple here for now. And then let's close this chart,
And then open a refresh.
new chart, and do the rain template there. Drawn Cup said, how did it already have data if it was new without template applied? Good question. That's how the cache folder works. I mean, we could blow cache away. I actually want to, let's adjust that. But okay, go
Yeah,
ahead
we
and
go
play
ahead
this
and
real quick.
test
Let's do that next. Play. Yeah, we got flashing like crazy. Okay, cool. So pause it.
Speedy chart is on.
Close
though.
NinjaTrader. Let's delete cache. Let's pull the cached data. So we'll run our
Oh, yeah.
clear
Fully exit out
cache.
of NinjaTrader.
Yeah, close out NinjaTrader.
Okay.
And we'll come back to this same one we launched. But let's run the clean on our
Okay.
cleanerinator. Oh, what was that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Unable to.
Compile something.
You have any other third-party stuff installed?
Nope.
Uh,
Give me relaunch. See if I can get
Wait
it
a
pop up
minute.
again.
yeah, let's see that again. Ah. Wait, and why did you have data on there already? You weren't connected yet. That
Yeah,
means
next
that
time
means the
start
cleaner
up.
didn't work. Hold on, let's do this manually. Let's delete the, so scroll up. Okay, go into the cache. Okay, it's empty. Cool. And go to the tick folder. Let's see, it's going to be under DB. Go to the tick folder. We'll keep your replay, it's fine. Okay, those files, just delete those files. Okay.
Now relaunch NinjaTrader.
Yes, sir. Tommy said, anybody remember when the Flowmaster crosses were marshmallows after update on NT8? Yeah, man. They didn't include crosses. Starting to think NinjaTrader don't like Jesus or something. They said, we're not bringing crosses back. I'm like, why not? Because, yeah, okay, assholes. So we had to create our own crosses. Fuckers. Okay, wait, why is this loading data? Are you connected? Oh, you're connected.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have set to auto connect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can we
Got it.
turn that
All
off
right.
and relaunch?
All right, that's fine. No, I'm fine with that. I'll just, so we got new clean data. Cool. And yeah, so now let's pull we want new charts. So basically new workspace, or if you want to, I don't know if you want to mess up this workspace now. This is your usual workspace. You don't want to mess it up. But look, see, it's doing it even right now. It's down there like flashing over to some weird thing. Almost like I want to do a new workspace. Can you create a brand new workspace? Like just brand new, completely blank, untitled, nothingness on it. Because if it came from my 2.6, the thing I'm trying to eliminate is if it came from 2.6, does it not convert well over to, NinjaTrader new version and Nader thingy mabobber?
This is a new untitled workspace. So
Okay.
you want to pull up the old template?
Yeah, let's try that. All right, connect to playback. Yeah, process of
Doing it.
elimination. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Making sure that we're going down a path.
Go to what day do you want?
Any day, any historical, just today. Fine. Flashing like crazy. Holy crap. Now, let me ask you something for a second. So did you say earlier that you were, did I understand it correctly? You said that you had downgraded to 2.6, it wasn't flashing, and then you upgraded back to 8.116 and then it also was not flashing, but then we've now somehow reintroduced it, or did I misunderstand that?
No. So I originally had the newest version of NinjaTrader, and then I dealt with all the crashing because it wouldn't stop crashing, so I downgraded to the recommended version. And then I said, alright, well, we're gonna have to all upgrade, so might as well. So I re-upgraded, and then I have flashing.
Okay, so it was. So flashing is, yeah, so we didn't have it. There was not a scenario where you were on 8.116 where you did not have flashing. You had the flashing regardless. Okay.
Yeah.
This is today's data. Go show me real quick. Let's check. Do you have the filtered ticks on or off right now? Let's look.
Oh, they're on.
Okay, so let's turn it off. I mean, just for testing's sake here. And let's play it just to see. But I think it's the division thing. Yeah, no, it's flashing like crazy. Going to... It's literally like going from 0 to 1. The scale is changing from 0 to 1. Didn't mess with the scaling, but I think I did this on a guy's machine earlier today. Go to indicators and go to the Delta Flagging Pro. You can remove the second one now. Let's just narrow it down to 1. But on the Delta Flagging Pro, go check the auto scale button and make sure it's not set to auto scale. It's going to be down toward the bottom. Auto scale. Okay, uncheck that. Okay. Run it. I mean, it feels like it's trying to auto scale the whole time, like it's like constantly trying to auto scale or something. But and then it's not really flashing. It's literally changing the whole scale, redrawing, changing the whole scale, redrawing. It's like doing a lot of work. Man, it's messed up.
How would you fix that? Just put like a delay in? I don't know.
Well, again, if it depends. If it's auto scale, then it still comes down to the number. So we're sending it a number that's divisible by, it's basically a decimal. So we're getting like, a 0.01 something value. And so then it's trying to go, oh, well, how do I draw that on the chart? So it's accurately doing it. It's just so small, it's down there at the flat line. And we either want to ignore everything that's lower than 1, like that's another way we can do it. Like if the value is less than 1, then so there's several ways that we can, put some code checks around that if that's what it is. It's very odd that we did not have it in prior versions. It's almost like NinjaTrader was doing it for us. So that's the only way I can explain it. Now there's one more theory here. So Delta Flagging, I believe we have another version of Delta Flagging Pro. Is there a Delta Flagging Legacy in there?
Yes.
Let's pull the current one and let's go to the legacy. See if the legacy one has this.
Oh, that's stupid.
Oh, it required the order flow part. Hold up. So is it? We did a circumvention that, and that's probably why NinjaTrader's works and ours doesn't, because pulling their order flow value versus us calculating our own, and we're having to calculate our own, so they were soft. Well,
Someone
you know,
said-
because it still works on 826. At the end of the day, it's working on 26. So that means somewhere in there they are already handling divisibility issues. They're handling it and doing their own calculations and handling decimals separately, and we're just going to need to do that.
Someone in the chat said, "Is it possible it's the algo bars?"
Go back and try it on range again. Oh yeah, put back Delta Flagging Pro. I thought we had seen it on both, but
Yeah, I'm waiting for a phone call. He was trying to ring me. Just waiting.
all right, the test for alternative bars.
Nope, nope.
Just saw a flash, right?
Yep. He also said he doesn't see it on.
Flashed again,
Four or
flashed
higher.
again, flashed again.
Let me go to. Let's go to 5. 'Cause he said he didn't see it on 5.
Well, that is possible because now you're not dealing with very you wouldn't be dealing with a less than
yeah.
one value if you were dividing by, you might have less because just flashed right
Still
there.
flashed.
It might not be as noticeable because it happens less often, right? Like it takes way longer.
Yeah.
But if you run it at high speed, run it at high speed for a little bit and let's just see how often it flashes. He's probably like, he'll be like, crank it at a high speed and I bet you're going to see it, because it's just a matter of, it doesn't feel like it because it does it so quickly and swiftly that you don't notice. But if and when it has it, it would. There it is. See, there's one. Yeah, it's gonna be less often, so it seems. Yep, there's another one. See, so it's like it seems like it's not, but it's there, and yeah, and that's a divisibility problem, right? It's a common thing in math to have, you're doing divisors and doing divisibility, you're comparing numbers, and then you're dealing with the old weird numbers, non-integer values. Yeah, exactly, drawn cut. Filter out less than, exactly. Yeah, so there's several ways we can handle that. There's that way we can handle it with certain numbers, making sure the numbers are larger than X, Y, or Z, representing them differently. There's several things we can do with that. But cool. That really helped us to narrow that down. And whatever we find in that divisor, we'll be able to apply it to the others. The ones I got in the list there. So we've got the harmonics, oddly enough, the rivers, 2 moving averages, and our Delta Flagging Pro. So cool. We'll start working on the flashing issue. There is still another issue that we're working on with the panel across multiple instruments. It does seem like, so 2 instruments. Can you help me confirm that real quick? So let's remove everything off the chart except for the Enigma bot panel.
Oh.
Okay, so add the bot panel there. Add the speed for one of the check marks there. And let me see, is there anything else I want?
There is a
Calculate
There is
on
a
bar
bug with,
close.
calculate on bar close.
So this was just added in this release. Put this back in here. Displacement 0. Undo auto scale. Then template, save template as default. Sure. All right, apply and OK. And then now go down to that tab at the bottom and duplicate this chart. Okay, now if you'll do these side by side first and just make sure like, okay, side by side in queue, it runs. In queue is fine, and then we're going to come back and we're going to change them. We'll change the, we'll do one on YM and one on NASDAQ, and it seems like it crashes right on. Oh, we want to go ahead and enter on everything, like turn on arm long, arm short, and continuous. Let's start taking some trades.
On both.
Yeah, do it on both. I really want to just try to kind of crack it. Let's see if we can get it to hang up or crash on us.
That didn't take long.
Already crashed? Shoot, probably should have saved that template. All right, kill NinjaTrader, relaunch. We want to get to this. Let's say this style, basically let's do a 2 chart. And we'll go from there.
Yeah, I gotta close out NinjaTrader. Or at least close out.
Did it let you close that? Oh, it's behind it. I got. That's on. So this is one of the bugs that we were seeing across. So, but that's weird. I'm hoping that shouldn't happen on one instrument. That's not a problem, but it's across multi-instrument where we start to have the issue. Although, I mean, maybe we narrow it down, and if it's on 2 charts and we have to fire off if both of them are armed, then we need to know that that's the issue. We'll start digging down that. Again, one of these things that it seemed like we didn't have this issue on 2.6. So, kind of bummed about this new, like, terrible timing that they decide they gotta force everybody to go over this new thing while I'm also trying to release awesome full auto and semi-auto. Main thing I'm gonna like to use it for is the cadence. Yeah.
There is a bug with position details as well. If you have too many orders on one tagline, it covers the position details.
Oh yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
So here's YM and NQ.
Okay, now let's save this workspace before we crash it, because we are going to crash this. Our idea is to crash it a lot, so let's save it and then close NinjaTrader and save and relaunch one more time.
Okay.
Did you save workspace?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, how are they going to force us to use a broken version? I know, exactly, right? We know it's broken. Use it! Dude, we have reached a society point, and we've just taken it too much, man, y'all. We have just taken it and taken it and taken it from these people, man. Like, society in general.
I think, honestly, they just hired a team of devs from, like, Cyberpunk and maybe Battlefield 2042.
Okay, hold up. Wait. No, this is not the first test. I do not want to test against two. We already know this is broke. I'm testing first on NASDAQ on both charts. And
yeah, that's what we just did.
And no, we didn't. Okay, listen, that was too fast. I'm not interested in your 500x starting launch 500x, whatever. No, like that could have been innocuous or something else. Okay, one thing at a time. Slow down. I know you're a fast mover, but stay with me here. Let's do the. We want to enable one, and we've got 2 charts open, and I want to make sure that okay, we're cool with 2 charts open and firing off. So on the left one, let's enable that one. So
As
long
both?
and short and continuous on the left. Yes.
Okay.
And then set the speed. I can't. If you can bring the speed thing over so I can see the speed for your playback window.
Yeah, I don't have playback up yet. Give me
Oh,
2
my bad.
seconds.
Yeah, get playback connected up here. Not Battlefield 2042, no!
That was such a disappointing launch.
Yeah, I hear it's getting better, but I mean, my experience with the Jets was so messed up. I mean, they messed up the Jets so badly. Like, it's like, sure, they may have fixed everything for the people running around on the ground, but dude, you know what's so cool about the other versions was that it was so fun to play any of the vehicles, like the whole thing. Like, dude, there's a lot of, you know, Call of Duty and all these like run and gun games, but Battlefield was different, man. Battlefield had all the crazy vehicles, all the madness of all the crazy stuff that could occur. It was awesome.
So you want it just like this, right?
Yes, sir. And let's run it at like 10x here first, and let's see if it'll take the first sets of trade here for us. Cool. First trade. Cool.
Look at that,
Excellent.
already making money.
Excellent. Targets filled. Okay, so got the 2 thing. Now we got our flashing issue. We know about that. Okay, pause it here. Oh, I'll let that one play out. Let that one hit targets or stops here, and then when it's done,
Making
pause it.
more
Okay, pause
money.
it there. Cool. All right, so now let's do on the right YM. Change that one to YM. Let's see if we crash on changeover while it's enabled. Let it fill, let it fill. Okay, so right here we're stable. It was able to change. It was fine. Now just press play. So the other one is still armed. Make sure it can still take trades. Okay, it's taking trades. Let's let it trade a while, and I want to see as it flips and all that kind of whatnot. Make sure that it's still good.
Nope.
Did it hang?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I'm hearing being reported. Okay, so we were able to reproduce this, but what's the time there? I can't read it. What's the time? Does it say?
936.51.
Okay, 936. All right, let's see if it hangs in that same place. We're gonna have to crash, kill NinjaTrader here. Let's do the same exact test. NQ on the left, YM on the right. Play through, and let's see if we can, if it hangs at that same exact spot, meaning, okay, it's something data related, or is it something else? Because that was not trying to take a trade there. It looked like at that spot in that location, it was just there, right?
Yeah.
Another couple things that we're going to be testing is, okay, so if we have,
I am gonna have to go after this test.
oh, that's fine. Yeah, if you got to go, I'll start running these through. I just appreciate your time and whatnot, but I'm not on 816, but I'll see if I can reproduce them on 26 at least and that kind of thing too. So I appreciate your time, sir. Do you need to go now? We can let you go.
I can do one more test.
Okay, thanks, bro. Let's see if we get it to hang in that same spot there on that same day. It takes a short.
I didn't even make it
Thanks.
to that day.
Okay. Yeah, and this is what we have been seeing this. So there, what I'm trying to deduce is what is my crosstalk between the 2 panels. So a couple things I'm gonna test. So you notice that both of them were set to bigger, right? So I've got to take a few tests of like, so is it because they're both talking to the same ATM? Is it, yeah, there's a couple things we'll be looking for there. But thank you for your time, sir. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna start
Yes,
running it on
anytime.
2.6 here, and we'll test some more of those. Thank you very much.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, sir, you too. All right, buddy. See ya.
Bye.
All right, so I'm going to take a few more tests here with the, looks like we've got the flashing issue kind of narrowed down. We'll look for the divisions area. But one of the items that I wanted to test there that we were working on was being able to have two charts. And then let's do NQ and YM. I've got on the more, I call it the more stable version. But let's duplicate chart here. This chart, and let's duplicate. Save my workspace, my control panel. And in honor of Rain and all his dedication and time, I'm gonna call mine Rain as well. Go, close. And relaunch one more time. No, I don't wanna. Look at this required version update BS. All right, let's get a connection to do some playback. Oh, you know what? I don't have YM data, so let's get one. So classic. Box 4K single. We have him up and get lasered. All right, we want to check 06 contract. Here we go. So the idea behind loading up a big workspace like this is going to tell NinjaTrader to go and get data for all these instruments back to multiple days back, right? Basically, whichever one is the biggest, which would typically be your 89 or your wave range chart, however many days of data. So like this one, what's this? 7 days back. What's this one? That's 14, yeah. So this is grabbing 14 days of data for all these instruments, and all this does is load it into your data files local. So now I can go to market playback, fast way to do all that on market replay. Make sense? Oh, that's why I launched it. Go ahead and close it. Save it. Now I go back to my chart, and now I can simply go to disconnect my live connection. And live just goes and gets that data from all of them, and now I'm going to play back. Now I've got, in theory, lots of days back, my historical. So now up here on my historical playback, you know, I'll have lots of dates back here. So we're going to go to is this last Thursday. That was the first of the month. Going to go to a normal time of day just to avoid any news events. I'm going to go to 10 a.m. The reason I do that is, you know, news events can bring anomalies in the data as well. So if you're really trying to, you know, do tests and you want to find out, you want to make sure you're not dealing with anomalous data and things of that sort, skip around any kind of news events, etc. Gotta have these set to 3 days. Not a good idea on ones. I was like, why is that? Does not normally take that long. So make sure you set your charts to the proper number of days, or you just deal with more performance headaches than you need to deal with. All right, so I've set these to 1 day each, and again, in honor of rain, I'm going to go ahead and save my own. It's rain. All right, now I'm going to close save workspace, because I expect as when you start to QA stuff like this, you know it's going to crash. There's going to be times when you crash and you want to be able to launch again and go. You want to go through iterations quickly. So here we go. A little bit of extra steps at the beginning save you lots of steps in the end. Oh, girl. And let's connect to some playback. Now, right now, I can tell just how fast the charts are moving. I've got some speedy chart going on there, so I'm gonna pull speedy chart. As we don't need to test any of that right now. That is a beast. While very fun, very much a beast. Saving it. All right. Carry on. Yes, see how it's going much faster. Going crazy. 3 a.m. Now I'm not firing off any trades first. I want to make sure that it can just smooth through without, and verify that this is when we start doing order calls. I also want to simplify. I'm going to do let's do a simpler one here. I'm going to do a 2020. So stop and target 2020 order quantity 2. I'm going to do a 2520. I'm sorry, 2525 just for sake. Okay, so this one's loaded 2525, that one's loaded 20, so 2 panels. We've got 2 separate ATMs on each one. And we're going to press play. Haven't seen any issues so far without any arming whatsoever. So I'm going to just press 2 buttons now and see what happens. And right now this is test 1 with just, okay, how does it work with a single instrument? Fine so far. I'm going to click arm long, arm short on both. We're at 8 a.m. Heavy stuff will come there at 9. Okay, there's 9:30, there's the open, and just cranking. So drawing wise, calculating wise, putting up the indicator, no problem. So it does come into calling off into orders area. Now, one thing I haven't done is checked my affinity, and we know that something with NinjaTrader is all kinds of borked up without the affinity settings. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Going to my details, going to go to NinjaTrader, repeatable, right click, set priority. I'm going to set to high, number 1, and I'm going to set affinity. Now, somebody had reminded me earlier today that when you do it in order, that every one of these is a physical and then like a physical, then a virtual. Right, I need if somebody can pull me up some, we have a definitive video or article that shows that specifically. From what I'd heard, there is like, if this one's physical, then this one is virtual. And so physical, virtual, but does it start at this one, or is 0 a virtual? I mean, I'm assuming that 0, like the even numbers, is that accurate? Even numbers are physicals and odds are virtuals when you have hyperthreading on. Another thing we haven't tested, like, okay, so what happens if we turn hyperthreading off? There's other types of stuff like that, and it comes down to how really NinjaTrader stuff. This is not AlgoBox, it's outside of us. And we're going to probably prove that even further when we get to this next section where we start calling to trade orders, but yeah. Okay, I have dealt with the affinity item. And let's see. What's up, Toledo? Okay, I'm gonna do a continuous on the left. And I'm gonna crank this down a little bit to not go so fast. We're intraday here, 9:45 a.m. So this is valid space, but there might be a 10 a.m. event on that Thursday. All right, we're gonna play with fire. All right, that's a double Enigma short. Good trade. Take that.
Target filled.
I buy that for $1 or $2.
Target filled. Target filled.
So we're taking trades both directions. And oh, then I got a hang. I got a hang just now. What time is it? 9:48. Oh, would you look at that? Was with an order. Okay, let me go check my trace log here. Looks. That's fun. Oh no, there's an O2. Update callback. Accepted the order, but it's when it did second one. No, it's the same order ID. 4097, 4097, so it's the same one. Oh, this is the stop and target placement order. It had a problem with so with the ATM component. Oof. Another one of those things.
Hey, Vinny, is this your dev box?
No, I mean technically it is, but it's not. It's my non-dev. This I basically fresh installed on this profile.
Gotcha.
So let's see here. Okay, so I want to see if I can recreate any of this issue going back to single chart by itself, 30x on the first. We did hear that some issues there on the first, so the first may not be a good test. I was having no problems whatsoever back on the 25th, so I'm going to test that real quick just to make sure I'm eliminating any kind of data anomaly from the first of the month there. One open position, you want to show and you say. Yep, it's gonna fill it. Function. I don't want to upgrade. Stop reminding me that I have to upgrade before the 23rd. Nobody wants your broken Shiat. Because I'm pretty sure it's us after we calling off the NinjaTrader. Like it's something not being handled therein from what it seems like. Because it's like we call out to them and then we're just it's the order handling is handled outside of us. So we're just calling their ATM. Let's go to a single chart. Sec. No, actually, I don't want to do that. Go to the 20. Oh, come. Just say no to the update. They let us connect to our data feed provider, but not going to let us connect to our data feed provider. So, yay.
Hey Vinny, I don't
Yes,
mean
sir.
to interrupt what you're doing.
How are you,
but,
my friend?
Yeah, hey, when you were in the affinity settings, it looked like you hit cancel instead of okay. I'm not sure if that affected.
On what?
When you were in the affinity settings a second ago, it looked like you hit cancel instead of okay. I'm not sure if that
Oh,
affected
did I? Oh man, yeah, that's a that wouldn't be good, now would it? Thanks for that. Yeah, let me double check. I'm definitely
no
starting. I can tell you, I'm definitely feeling tired. So that is a strong possibility here. Thank you for that. Let me see. Okay, I'm pressing. Okay, go. Yeah, thanks. I mean, we definitely had seen like it seemed like people were able to get past farther stuff when they didn't have that. Oh. Short. This one is 2020. 5. Take us to 9 past 9 a.m. All right. Loading up. Probably don't want to do 1000x. Probably not.
Target filled. Target filled.
Oh man, come on now. Just tongue with no trades open. What's this one gonna be? I'm gonna check the trace log for this. Where is this hanging at? What's that about? Wait, what? It stopped at this. You right, can it? Hold up. It's like it was still fiddling with the order. It stopped the trace. Wait. Oh no, this is just orders anyway. Sorry, my mistake. No, it's only tracking orders. Yeah, it doesn't really help because it's only going to be, they're only putting order type information in here. Yeah, what George was saying, I'd have to go into dev mode, and this is the compiled version, so I'd have to go to the uncompiled version and put in a breakpoint there, because yeah, that just hung right there with nothing. Now I am running at 50x there, but that's two charts. I've done this without a problem. 1 gigabyte. Put it to 8. Okay, well that's not good. So when we get into 2 chart scenarios, why? I mean, it could be a lot of things. Yeah, we got a lot of digging to do on that. Okay, so I'm probably gonna call it here. We've been on this for how many hours? Coming up on 2.5 hours. Any questions? We'll go into a question and answer here section, but yeah, as far as digging into this, we went way down one path. We got some direction to go down for the flashing issue, and then this random crash scenario that I'm gonna have to get deep dive, and I have to do that on a dev box anyhow. I can't do it on an installed version. So any other final questions that I can get answered for anybody? I don't know if this is helpful for anybody or not. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll get something figured out. We'll get it working. But yeah, I'm actually seeing, we got several issues here. So work on it now. Is this all like, is it only happening when we're running at 50x speed? Am I going to have the same issue during intraday? Let me hear from some people that were running it today. Did anybody have issues? Like, please be somebody who did all your updates. You did all your Windows updates, all your driver updates, all that kind of whatnot. Got all that out of the way. Set your affinity today. And did you crash in the middle of today on normal market speed? Anybody have any positive news from the day? I saw a lot of positive news there from several folks using it, but I don't know, were you fighting it, having to relaunch all the time or any of that kind of stuff? Yeah, I think everybody's tired. Let's call it a night. We'll pick it up tomorrow. I'll try to live stream at some point tomorrow as well, and then we'll figure out what's going on. Yes, please do make sure all your stuff is updated, and then let us know. I was on Don's machine the other night, and yeah, I mean, that the Windows update seemed to have fixed everything. At the same time, I don't know, his started to crash again later randomly. Awesome, thanks George, appreciate the offer, sir, and I will definitely take you up on it. All updates were done and crash normal speed 949 today. Sim live about 11 and had no freezing. Okay, awesome, T-Lam. T-Lam, didn't you say you had set your affinity to like 4, right? Like you said it. I mean, I have not gone down that far. I'm trying to give NinjaTrader more credit than being completely retarded. Can they not handle more than 4 processors? If more than 4 processors confuses them. Did you set your affinity to 4, T-Lam? And you had no problems, but I think yours, you're running on just 4, right? Forced it to only do 4. Yeah, I'll try that. I mean, it's worth a shot. I'm gonna keep that on my list of QA items that I'm gonna be running through. But just so you know, like y'all, we are working on this hard. Okay, between me, Curtis, some of you guys who have volunteered. Appreciate every single one of you guys, and we're on it. I do think, let me reiterate, anybody who's actually using the system, you should use it like this. Let me tell you how this was designed to do it. Yes, we're having fun with playing on continuous mode and just smashing, hundreds of trades and whatnot over time. but here's how it's designed. Okay, you should be coming back here and finding where there were 3 losers. Okay, so I would come back here and go, okay, so there's a loser, that's 1, 2, that's a winner. Unfortunately, I can't count it there. Let's scroll back and find 3 losers somewhere out here. That's 4 o'clock. So go to some point of the day where you've got, you know, 3 losers in a row, and then you come over here and select one of the 2, enter next or enter continuous. Continuous if you want to take, like, if here's a good scenario where continuous would be helpful right there, right? Because if it took the first one and it's entered, but you want to take that second one, well, it would automatically disable itself after it took the next one. So continuous is helpful to be able to do dual entry system setups like this, right? So that would be a spot where you would want to enter continuous. You would want to do your cadence, you know, 1, 2, and let's say that one was 3. Cool. Then you want to take that trade. Maybe this one fails, that one wins, and then you take, so there's winner, there's winner, 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 chicken dinner, boom, you're done. Make sense? And then you look for a bonus trade and you execute it on your own. Make sense? Continuous from EU open to New York open, no crash until around 10, no affinity, but all updates were done. Okay, awesome, Tommy. Thanks for that. Yeah, try it for me tomorrow. Again, play this affinity game. Unfortunately, I am feeling like NinjaTraders, you know, they have kind of admitted it. They are saying they do not design everything for multi-threading. And I understand their data feed, it's the way the data feed comes in, it's only 3 columns wide and it's just streaming in, so that's fine. But, you know, it feels like to me what's happening is here's your indicator suite and it's coming along, and sure, this is all in one thread, but then we call out to another thread to go into the orders, their order threads that they're doing, something's happening there. And does that order thread, does it need multiple threads? Does it, like, how is it writing to the log? Because I noticed that when you fire off an order, it writes 3 places. So log, trace, and to the database. You know, so are those 3 different ones? Are those being done in serial? I'm not sure, but definitely something seemed a little bit odd. You know, are they having problems through virtual threading? Is it the virtual threads? Don't know. Trying to solve it. We'll get to the bottom of it. Yeah, if you guys have ideas, send them to me. I'm definitely open for ideas right now, particularly because, yeah, it feels like I'm stuck between the old rock and the hard place. Although I'm very happy about having, I think tonight we came to some good conclusions around the flashing issue. It's yeah, might be a divisor issue. All right. Get some grass tonight. I'll catch you guys in the morning. For me, Pibby, Robbie, Let's Rock, Mod Squad, Curtis, G, Rain, and the rest of the crew. We are sitting out the Big H Town. See ya.